Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support for when the divorce process has finished. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics related to post-divorce. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of life after divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello and welcome back to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today's topic is pretty important for navigating your new normal, and that is conflict resolution with your ex. Now let's explore some strategies to keep communication civil and minimize post-divorce friction. Divorce doesn't erase shared responsibilities, especially when children are involved. So co-parenting, finances, and even extended family interactions can spark a little conflict. Learning effective communication and conflict resolution skills is essential for navigating these situations. Let's take a look at some strategies for success. Here's some key communication tactics that we could keep in mind to help us out. First, focus on the issue, not the person. Address specific concerns instead of resorting to personal attacks on your ex. It's going to get you nowhere. We got active listening. Truly listen to your ex's perspective, even if you disagree. We got I statements. Use I statements to express your needs and feelings. I feel frustrated when is more constructive than you always. And then we want to focus on solutions. Collaborate to find solutions that benefit everyone involved, especially the children. And then there's setting boundaries. So by establishing clear boundaries around communication and co-parenting, we can work to avoid misunderstandings. And then you might also want to have written communication. For sensitive topics, use email or written notes to avoid escalating tensions in real time. Now, when disputes do arise, we do have techniques we can use to find some common ground. And the first one here is compromise. Be willing to bend a little to reach a mutually agreeable solution. There's mediation. So consider involving a neutral mediator to facilitate communication and guide you toward a resolution. We also want to take some time to cool down. So if emotions run high, take a break. Resume the conversation when everyone is calmer. Remember, your children are watching. Prioritize a respectful and cooperative relationship with your ex, even if you disagree. Now, we also need to prioritize our kids' needs. Really, when it comes to divorce and conflict, the kids are often caught, say, in a crossfire. And we really want to minimize the impact on them. We can do it by avoid speaking negatively about your ex in front of your kids. There's also maintaining consistent routines and expectations for your children. And then we've got, communicating clearly. Communication is always big. And you want to do it respectfully with your co-parent regarding child-related matters. And then put your child's needs first, even when you disagree with your ex. Conflict resolution is a skill, really, and you got to practice it to some degree, but don't be discouraged by setbacks. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Should you have any questions, leave a comment, reach out to me. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. And with that, have yourself a good day. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're going to actually talk about a pretty serious issue, and that's missed child support payments. We're going to look at some options if your ex-partner fails to pay or falls behind in their financial obligations to your children. Now, as we know, child support ensures your children's basic needs are met, missed payments really do create a financial strain, making it difficult to cover necessary expenses like housing, food, and healthcare. It can also create emotional stress for both you and your children. First, we're going to want to attempt communication. Calmly discuss the missed payments with your ex. Perhaps it's a simple oversight. If they acknowledge the issue and show willingness to catch up, consider offering flexible solutions like a payment plan. But you're going to want to document everything. You got to keep meticulous records of all communications regarding child support payments. This includes emails, texts, and even voicemails, documenting missed payments and attempts to address them. Unfortunately, sometimes the communication fails or your ex remains unresponsive. At that time, you might want to seek legal help. A family law divorce attorney can advise you on your rights and explore various options to enforce the court order. Here are some possibilities of outcomes that may arise from that. First, modification of the child support order. If your ex's financial circumstances have genuinely changed, your attorney may guide you through modifying the child support order through the court. Wage garnishment is an option. The court can order your ex's wages to be withheld and directly sent towards child support payments. A lien placement. A lien could be placed on your ex's assets like property, forcing a sale to cover the outstanding child support. And there's also, the contempt of court. It's an extreme case. Your attorney can pursue contempt of court proceedings. If the court finds your ex in contempt, they may face penalties like fines or even jail time. But that really is on the extreme side of things. We want to take action. Ignoring missed child support payments sends the wrong message and jeopardizes your children's well-being. Take action. It really does demonstrate you're prioritizing your kids' needs first and won't tolerate their financial security being compromised. Now, there are ways to look for resources and support when it comes to it. You can find things online. You can talk to other divorced people through support groups. And so there are some options available to you just so you can gather information. You're not alone. Many parents navigate the complexities of enforcing child support. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties: A New You After Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic, feel free to reach out or leave a comment. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties: A New You After Divorce. And, we're going to look at some of these things like once divorce is finished and seeing what some of these topics are here. Now, I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And, today's topic is really fundamental. It's rebuilding your self-esteem after the emotional roller coaster of divorce. Divorce can take a toll on your self-worth. It can, or even the marriage might have. So you might question your judgment, feel lost, or struggle with feelings of inadequacy. And these are all completely normal. These are normal steps to go through. But we really want to prioritize rebuilding the self-esteem and the foundation of a happy future. I mean, this is, a new beginning for you. And we're going to start it with self-compassion. We want to accept that we're hurting and acknowledge these emotions without any judgment. There's no reason for judgment. Divorce really is a grieving process, and navigating it is going to take a little time. Well, one of the things we can do to help us out really is we can celebrate our strengths. Let's make a simple list of strengths, talents, and accomplishments and focus on what makes you unique and valuable. Did you raise amazing children? Are you known for your problem-solving skills or creativity? Highlighting these strengths empowers you to regain confidence. And then we're going to transition that over to setting meaningful goals. So we want to set those goals that's going to nourish your personal growth, and we want to make sure they're achievable. And this could involve taking a class to learn a new skill, pursuing a hobby you put on hold, or volunteering for a cause you care about. Achieving goals fosters a sense of accomplishment and boosts your self-confidence. Another good aspect of rebuilding self-esteem is really to surround yourself with supportive people, those who will uplift and encourage you. Lean on friends, family, or join a social support group for divorced individuals. Having a strong support system reminds you that you're not alone and validates your strength, which this then flows into self-care, getting enough sleep, eating nutritious foods, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. Exercise is a powerful mood booster. You can go for a walk, join a yoga class, or find a physical activity you just like. Self-care shows your body and mind you deserve to be nurtured. And then there's personal growth and discovery. Divorce is an opportunity for this. Explore what truly matters to you. Read books, take a solo trip, or start a new meditation practice. This is a chance to reconnect with yourself and define what makes you happy. Remember, rebuilding self-esteem takes time and dedication. Don't get discouraged by setbacks. They're going to happen sometimes. Celebrate the small victories. Celebrate who you are. And remember your inner strength. That's going to do it for this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. Rebuilding your self-esteem is really a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. You can do it. Lots of people have. I have. So you can do it as well. If you have any questions, leave a comment or shoot me an email. Give me a call. Happy to help. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today we're going to get into a topic that it could be actually intimidating and challenging, and that is re-entering the workforce after divorce. So, as we know, divorce is really hard, but there's a lot of changes that take place. And one of those changes might actually just be going back to work or increasing work hours. So, divorce really is a catalyst for, say, reinvention. Re-entering the workforce, it could be daunting, like I'd said, but it's also an opportunity to explore new career paths, discover some hidden talents, and achieve financial independence. So let's explore strategies for a successful re-entry. Before we launch into your job search, let's take a time for self-reflection. What are your transferable skills from past roles, even non-traditional ones like managing a household? What are your interests and passions? Consider online career assessments really to just gain insight into potential career matches. It seems fairly obvious that we want to update our resume. However, even those styles change over time. So we want to tailor your resume to highlight relevant skills and experience. Don't be afraid to address gaps in your employment history. Focus on volunteer work, freelance projects, or skills development during your time away. Quantify your accomplishments to showcase the impact you had on previous roles. And now there's networking, building new connections. Networking isn't just about who you know, it's about building relationships. Reconnect with former colleagues, explore online professional networks like LinkedIn, and attend industry events. Don't hesitate to reach out to friends and family to see if they know of any open positions. And one of the things that we're going to share with people or on our resume is really we want to highlight those transferable skills. We want to focus on the skills that translate across industries. Emphasize your ability to manage time, prioritize tasks, problem solve, and adapt to changing situations. These skills are valuable assets for any employer. And then be flexible. So work arrangements today might be different than work arrangements in the past that you're familiar with. Part-time positions might be a thing. Freelance opportunities or telecommuting options can provide income and accommodate other commitments like childcare. Now, as we're going through this process and we're looking to re-enter the workforce, we're going to want to know our worth. We got to do our research. We need to know the average salary range for the positions you're targeting. Confidence in your skills allows you to negotiate a fair salary and a benefits package that will reflect your value to the company. So, re-entering the workforce after a break can be intimidating. Embrace the learning curve. Be confident in your abilities. Ask questions, be proactive, and demonstrate your eagerness to learn and contribute. You're not actually starting from scratch. Your experiences, both professional and personal, have shaped you into a valuable asset for any employer. So while re-entering the workforce is a journey, it's a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. With the right strategies and a dash of confidence, you can land that job and build a fulfilling career. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, leave a comment, drop me a line. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you and I already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. I'm Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today's topic is a doozy. We're going to look at surviving the holidays post-divorce. And it doesn't have to be the big holidays. It could be any holiday. It could be a birthday. It could be any time that you got together with friends, family, kids, where you weren't divorced. So let's face it, the season of cheer can feel quite challenging with a new normal, but we can get through any of the different holidays available. Okay, now we're going to open up with the holiday blues. I mean, holidays are often steeped in tradition. Now that familiar framework might feel a bit shattered. You might be grieving the loss of past family holidays, facing divided schedules with kids, or simply overwhelmed by the emotional weight of the season. Remember, these feelings are completely normal. So, what can we do for a smoother holiday season? Well, here are some tips to navigate any holiday, really, with grace and a dash of self-compassion. And we're going to start with acknowledging your feelings. We don't want to bottle things up. That never goes well. I've never had it work for me, so I can't say for sure it wouldn't work for you, but most times bottling up your emotions doesn't get you where you want to go in the end. So allow yourself to grieve what's changed and express your emotions constructively. Talk to a friend, a therapist, or journal your feelings. You want to reimagine traditions. Holidays are a chance to create new traditions that reflect your new reality. Start with a new ritual with friends, create a special self-care day, or volunteer your time to make a difference. But you can really set up the holidays to be what you want them to be. Communicate openly. So if we do have children, let's talk to your ex about creating a co-parenting holiday schedule that works for everyone. Be clear, respectful, and focused on the kids' well-being, because they too will have a challenging time getting through the holidays. It's going to be different for them as well. So we don't want to increase their stress if we can help it. Now we're going to set some boundaries. We don't want to be afraid to say no to social obligations that might feel overwhelming. Prioritize activities that bring you joy and a sense of peace. You can partake in whatever you would like to partake in. You don't have to partake in something because somebody just always asks you to. And we're going to focus on some gratitude. Take time to appreciate the good things in your life, your support system, your health, or small moments of joy, your kids, what your kids do, and being a parent. Gratitude can lift your spirits even on challenging days. And lastly, self-care. Holidays are stressful for most people, so prioritize self-care. That way you can stay in a good space longer. Schedule relaxing activities, get enough sleep, eat nutritious foods. We've heard all the stories before. It's a chance to now actually do them and see the results for yourself. There are lots of endless possibilities that could take place for your new schedule for the holidays. It's a time for personal growth and resilience. You might discover a newfound joy in creating your own tradition or a deeper appreciation for the holidays in a different light. You're not alone. Many people navigate the holidays after divorce. Lean on those who you trust and who care about you. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. Have a question or a comment? Go ahead and leave them. I'll get to them. Divorce is not the end of your story. As you already know, it is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, all the best.